Hello everyone, today I'll be analyzing Kassia, which is located in Flora Drive. So by location itself, it's definitely not the most accessible location with any MRT or good schools nearby. And it is always very easy to reject a development purely because of location. But actually, if you have done your research with me, you will know that in every project, even the most accessible ones, there will always be profitable and unprofitable transactions. And that is why my goal in today's video is to help you identify units which are worth looking at in Kassia itself. But before we do, just some quick info on this development. Kassia is a brand new project located on Flora Drive with 276 units ranging from 1 to 4 bedrooms and is set to TOP in November 2029. Can I share with you the background story which I find very interesting? Did you know Kassia is the last plot of the other 10 developments completing a series of projects by tripartite developments? In fact, this project began back in 1968 when the developers Tripartite Developments, which is a consortium of Hong Leong Holdings, CDL, and TID Private Limited. They actually acquired more than 3 million square feet of land in the Flora Drive neighborhood. As this piece of land sits on Flora Drive, they segregate this huge piece of land into 11 plots and name their projects alphabetically after flowers because of the street name Flora. So here we have got Azalea Park, Bellator Park, Carissa Park, Dahlia Park, Edelweiss Park, Ferreira Park, The Gale, Hedges Park, Inflora, and The Jovel. The Inflora and The Jovel are the only projects that are launched as 99-year leasehold developments, and any projects launched before were mainly freehold. That is why it is nice and also very interesting to see that 8 years later, after the last project, The Jovel, the developers are now closing the chapter by launching Kassia as a freehold project. Because this land was purchased long before 2023, this project is classified under the non-harmonized project, which means it doesn't follow the rule where the square footage of the AC ledge is included in the total GFA. The developers have recently announced the guide price for each unit type. First, for the 1 bedroom, it will start from 800 over 1000, for the 2 bedrooms starting from over 1.1 million, 3 bedrooms over 1.6 million, and 4 bedrooms at 2.4 million onwards. When we compare this price to other current 99-year leasehold developments in the OCR, Kassia is already priced lower. But what I found interesting was that some units in Kassia are going to be launched and priced very similarly to the launch prices of Parc Komo back in 2019. Why is this happening? I believe the first reason is that the last plot of land was acquired long ago, so the high cost of today like land costs and interest aren't factored in. Secondly, if you have observed the news, only the big developers are now actively bidding for GLS. So in my opinion, they'll want to clear their current inventory fast, especially this one, since it's been with them for so long, so that they'll have more capacity to bring in future projects which can be more exciting. Now back to where I was mentioning that the prices are quite attractive. Does this mean that you as a buyer should jump in at this opportunity? In this video, I'll be sharing insights on the different unit types to show you that it really depends. Today's analysis is going to be very different as I'm going to use a neighboring freehold project, Parc Komo, to give you clarity on what you should look out for when buying Kassia. Why I'm using Parc Komo, which is a mixed development for comparison even though Kassia is a pure residential development, is because in my opinion, Parc Komo doesn't really function as a mixed development due to the small size of its mall. To further illustrate, let's look at two other mixed developments, the Tannery at Junction 10 and Helium Residences at Helium Mall, which are both located in District 23. Helium Residences sitting above Helium Mall has seen 127 profitable transactions with profits ranging from $220 to $900 over $1,000 and only 8 unprofitable transactions with losses from $2,000 to $59,000. On the other hand, the Tannery above Junction 10 had 89 profitable transactions with profits from $79,000 to $175,000, but a much higher number of unprofitable transactions, 61 in total, ranging from a $49,000 loss to over $180,000 loss. The key difference here in why these two projects behave very differently in profits is the size of the malls. Helium Mall is 240,000 square feet, while Junction 10 is only 90,000 square feet. From this comparison, the main takeaway is that the size of the commercial space in a mixed development plays an important role in profits. Now coming back to Parc Komo, which is linked to Komo Shops, it has a commercial component of just 27,000 square feet with only 28 retail units. This makes it more of a residential development than a significant commercial space to me. And this is why I'm using Parc Komo as a comparison for Kassia. Firstly, let us look at the one-bedroom units, which comprise 80 units in the entire development. There are two main unit types for the one-bedrooms here. First, we have the typical one-bedroom, which is 474 square feet. Even though there's type 1A and B, but as you can see, there is not much difference between these two layouts. Next, we also have 1 plus study layout, which is the show flat unit type at 549 square feet. The current starting price for the one-bedroom in Kassia as from now is over $800,000. Here, I've laid out the different price matrix based on the different square foot starting from 1,008 and ending with 2,150 per square foot. My personal take for the one-bedroom is the lowest price tag starting from over 800K will be on stack 1 facing the driveway. Due to increase in property tax in 2024, just like what I advise my clients, we cannot rely on rental alone for profits, especially for a one-bedroom. Instead, it is important for you to adopt a part rental and part capital appreciation strategy, which means the entry price is very important. But first, let us look at the rental portion first. The average rental derived from surrounding projects is $2,900 per month as seen. Based on 75% loan and 30 years tenure, the monthly mortgage works out to be about $2,900, which consists of principal and interest of $1,725, a form of expense. Hence, to calculate your monthly rental income, we will take the rental amount of $2,900 minus the cost of interest payable, property tax, agent fees, and maintenance fees. Therefore, the net rental income after deducting costs will get you around $390 per month. If we were to calculate based on a 3-year holding period, this will mean that you will have a total savings of around $14,000. As you can see, the rental income over 3 years is not a lot, which brings me to the second component, capital appreciation. Now we want to evaluate if the one-bedroom in Kassia makes sense. So suppose you purchase Kassia's one-bedroom 474 square feet unit at $1,850 per square foot at around $877,000 and waited 3 years for it to TOP and rented it out for another 3 years. Here are 3 possible scenarios based on selling at a profit or break-even price based on a 6 years horizon. First, the best scenario is if you were to sell your property at a profit of 15%, which is based on the average profit of one bedroom from the surrounding projects. With your total rental income over the next 3 years, minus all your miscellaneous costs, your net profits will be around $99,820. But however, do take into account that based on the entire Flora Road, I've never seen a one-bedroom achieve $1 million before, and this could be a challenge for you to sell in the future. Why I'm saying this is because if we were to take for reference Parc Komo's one-bedroom, it only transacted at $780,000. Rentals for a one-bedroom should not have too much of a difference when we compare between Parc Komo and Kassia. Therefore, if a one-bedroom investor were to compare the rental yield, Parc Komo will definitely make more sense because of a much lower entry price and similar rental income. Second, supposing you sold at the price which Parc Komo's resale has been transacted for recently at around $1,009 per square foot, your profit will now be $23,700. If you add in the same rental income of $14,000 less all of your costs, you will still be sitting on a loss of $5,600. Lastly, even if you were to sell at break-even price, using the same calculation as before, you will still be sitting on a loss of close to $29,000. Based on these calculations, I feel that a 1-bedroom in Kassia might not be suitable for short-term buy and exit strategy. The same goes for 1+ study units. Using the same price matrix from 1,800 to 2,150 per square foot, I feel that the 1+ study should be avoided as an investment altogether, as the price gap between the 1+ study and 2-bedroom is too close. Next, let us look into the 2 bedrooms which make up 108 units in the entire development. There are 2 main unit types of 2 bedrooms here. First, we have the typical 2-bed 2-bath which is 657 square feet. The main difference between the 3 layouts is the kitchen area. I'll definitely prefer Type B and Type 2C more because of its tuck-in kitchen, which you can also enclose this area if you're somebody who cooks often. Next, we have the 2+ study layout. First, we have Type A 775 square feet and Type B 753 square feet. The main difference between these 2 layouts is the kitchen and the placement of the study. Type A study has window and is located right beside the living room. If you have watched my videos before, this is what I will prefer for in a study, as these can also be merged in the living room to create a wide frontage living room. There is also more possibility to this floor plan which can appeal to more groups of buyers as compared to Type B. However, for Type B, there are only 4 units and all of them are on the ground floor. Since we are on this topic, I actually found some interesting data about ground floor units while doing research in this area. Did you know that ground floor units are usually avoided by buyers in many areas? But what I noticed that over here, the ground floor units actually perform much better than many higher floor units. For instance, in Flora, the ground floor unit brought in $302,000, outperforming a level 2 unit by $79,000. Similarly, this is the Guild. A ground floor unit has sold for a profit of $710,000, while a level 4 unit in the same stat made $320,000, nearly $400,000 lesser. Coming back to Kassia, if the price of the ground floor units here is lower than any higher floor units, I would suggest for you to prioritize it as compared to the higher floors. Next, let's look at the prices of the 2-bedroom units in Kassia, which start from $1.1 million. This is actually a very safe entry price because Parc Komo's 2-bedroom sub-sale units have already transacted between 1.23 and 1.35 million. In fact, at 1.1 million, it is very similar to Parc Komo's launch price back in 2019 to 2021. Although it might seem like their 2 bedrooms are bigger if we compare the floor plans here, you'll notice that there is not much difference in the layout. The biggest difference is the extra balcony in the master bedroom, which most buyers will not find that is important. It is very rare to find a new launch property priced the same as resale, as they usually command a premium of about 20%. However, I honestly have not seen a resale property which is actually more expensive than new launches. Therefore, if your entry price is between 1 to 1.25 million, this gives you a safety buffer of up to $200,000, as Parc Komo has already transacted for more than 1.3 million. This also means that it has achieved profits which you will be targeting when you sell in the future. Next, let us look at the 3 bedrooms. There are a total of 2 different unit types here, which is the 3-bed and the 3-bedroom plus yard, which is 1055 square feet. The main difference between the 2 types is the extra household shelter, yard, and WC. First, for the 3-bedroom, there are 2 different unit types. We have Type A 926 square feet and Type B 904 square feet. Out of the 2, I have a preference for Type A. Between Type A and B, did you know there is only a mere 22 square feet difference, which is a very small premium of $44,000 based on $2,000 per square foot. With a small premium, you will actually get a landscape living area which is much wider. This brings a lot of light into the house and makes the space appear bigger. On top of that, this 4.3 meters frontage is more often seen in the 3-bedroom premium and 4 bedrooms. In today's new launch developments, it is actually very rare to find 4.3 meters frontage for a 3-bedroom compact. Essentially, you have the best of both worlds, which you can buy at a low entry price but yet enjoy living space similar to a 3-bedroom premium, which usually costs about $300,000 more. Now let us look at the prices for the 3 bedrooms. Comparing the floor plan between Kassia and Parc Komo, we can see that the 925 square feet has a better floor plan as compared to the 915 and 969 square feet due to its wide frontage living room. This 915 square feet has also recently transacted at $1.825 million, earning a profit of $345,000. Same goes for Parc Komo's 969 square feet unit, which has also recently sold at $1.79 million, profiting $343,000. With Kassia's 3-bedroom compact starting from $1.6 million, this means you already have over $200,000 in terms of safety margin. Also, with the same budget, today if you're looking for something brand new in the OCR area, you can only get a 99 years leasehold 2-bedroom. Therefore, if you have a tight budget but yet still require bigger space like a 3-bedroom, Kassia is still the safest choice you can go for as of today's filming. Lastly, let us look at the 4-bedroom. There is only one layout here at 1,345 square feet. The layout features a super wide frontage at 5.05 meters, a very spacious kitchen with a separate yard leading to the home shelter. I feel this floor plan is well planned and has all the necessary attributes that own-stay buyers are looking for. In terms of supply of 4-bedroom that are under 10 years, there are only 18 units for sale now out of 240 units in this area. This makes up a mere 7.5%. This goes to show that there are not many people looking to sell, as this is mainly for own stay. With lesser supply but high demand, this can help you protect your prices or even help it to increase further. In terms of prices, Kassia's 4-bedrooms start from $2.4 million, a similar price point of current Parc Komo's asking price. Comparing the floor plan side by side, I'll still have a preference for the new Kassia, as there is a household shelter which acts as a store as compared to Parc Komo's dry kitchen. Families can do without a dry kitchen, but I have never heard a family that can do without a storeroom. In summary, we have discussed that the 2, 3 and 4-bedroom units are the ones to go for in Kassia. Why do I say that? If the developers is thinking logically, they will naturally be selling at Parc Komo's resale prices, which would already be a huge selling point for this project. However, they are actually currently selling below Parc Komo's resale prices, indicating that they want to clear the first phase of stocks first. After that, they might increase the prices, so this window of opportunity will not last for long. In terms of exit plans, we will definitely not be talking about a short-term plan, but more of a longer horizon. Of course, if you can profit in a short time, please try to sell as soon as possible. But bear in mind that during a slower market, it will take longer to sell in the future due to its location. Still, if you have a tighter budget looking for a 2 or 3 or 4-bedroom below market price, freehold, which is not a boutique development, you are already sitting on strong safety margins based on my analysis. Of course, I'm not saying that all units are worth going for. It still boils down to the exact price, layout, and specifics. So do reach out to me for a professional advice on which units you should shortlist, and I will see you in my next video.